Thank you to Astepro for sponsoring this video. It's a nasal allergy spray that I've been a loyal customer to for quite some time now. Tell you more about them in just a little bit, Reject Nation.
What's going on, Reject Nation? It's your man Aaron here, and I'm here with the one, the only, the intelligent Mr.
Andrew Flash Gordon. It's the first time anyone's ever called me intelligent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, good sir. You're welcome.
I really
my
appreciate
friend.
that. You're the nicest human being ever.
Oh, shucks, man.
Thank
You guys, we're here to watch Signs today. I've never seen Signs, and I'm surprised. I think we've both grown up having it in the cultural zeitgeist.
One of my all-time favorite films ever is Unbreakable. I am so looking forward to this. I know this is the film M. Night Shyamalan directed right after this, so that's why I am anticipating and looking so forward to this. I know everyone's probably thinking, well, if you loved Unbreakable so much, why didn't you see this? I don't know. At least you get to see me react to it with you. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan. What about you? You looking forward to this?
I am very much looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to all the signs. Speaking of signs, you're gonna want to comment, guys. You're gonna want to ring that dang bell, hit the notifications. That way you know and are updated through all the stuff that we do here on The Real Rejects. Also, thank you to guys so much at Preppa. You guys are the real heroes. You guys are the superstars. If you guys want to see the full-length watch-along, you want to go over to Patreon, where you can see us do our thing. Not to mention, sync up with your own copy, where Greg and John cover full-length videos and watch-alongs over on there. Are you ready for the signs?
I am ready for the signs. Let's do it. That scared me.
Mel Gibson, Jesus.
You know, just from the visuals, it's got the vibe with the visual references, a little tiny bit of the first Beetlejuice. A little bit,
That's
a little bit.
Crazy you say that, because that's also a movie I've never seen.
Hey, everyone's favorite producer.
So Mel Gibson's a priest, topical. What was that?
I was gonna say, that doesn't sound like it's coming from inside the house, does it?
It's definitely coming from the fields.
It's usually it echoes more inside a house.
I could never just run through cornfields like that. I get smacked so hard in the face.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about getting lost and finding my way back.
Actually, that part.
Where's Morgan?
Are you in my dream too?
This is not a dream.
That's a very young Abigail Breslin.
Oh, wow.
Dogs are barking. Woke us up. I think God did it.
Did what, Morgan?
Whoa.
Are we looking at?
Oh, sheesh.
That's a insane shot.
How do you even get something like that? Because it's like it's spinning, but it's also flat.
I was getting some Hitchcockian vibes there in terms of like building thoughts in my head of like what could be before it actually was revealed. Whoa. We sounded like the aliens from the toy aliens from Toy Story. Whoa.
Nice. I like how we're in sync on that.
Yes.
Buck County, Pennsylvania.
I don't even care if it was him. See, it was strange finding the crops that way. Sure take the strangeness away if I knew it was just Lionel and the Wolfenden brothers messing around, that's all. At the movies. Are you sure?
Damn it, they've got an alibi. It wasn't them.
I'm curious knowing that, you know.
Houdini
We're
peed.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, poor dog.
I'll call Dr. Crawford.
He doesn't treat animals.
He'll know what to do.
A dog knows some crazy shit's on the way.
Seriously, it's scared pissless. Yeah, I'm curious to see how someone who is of faith reacts to something that seems like unexplainable.
So what happened to your crops?
Dad's gonna burn these again.
Wish I started cooking that young.
Yeah.
Well,
One thing
no.
I was cooking that young was cereal.
It's contaminated. You don't even know what that word means. It's not contaminated.
Very intuitive children.
Ahead of their time.
It's very loud in the speakers, guys,
Yeah.
just for reference.
Yeah. To be fair, that'd be me in real life if that happened too.
Look at where it's bent over, Father.
It's not broken.
And what kind of machine can bend a stalk of corn over without breaking it?
Wow.
I was over Theo Henry's farm. Some animals around the county have been acting funny, and some of them violent.
Is it a virus?
I don't think so, Father.
The animals sense it. Trouble's a brewing.
It's almost like they act when they smell a predator around.
Animals are always the first to sense danger.
I wish humans had that.
Ah, right? Be a nice sense for us to have.
Caroline, please stop calling me father.
Oh.
Has he lost his faith?
I don't hear my children.
Ooh. What a bar.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
He fell on me. He wanted to kill Bo.
You're just trying to protect your sister. Oh, no. Man, they're both going to be traumatized by that.
I'm traumatized from it, too.
Tie Isabel up to the back of the shed, please, and make sure the knot's very tight.
This dog's like, I didn't do shit.
Damn.
Ooh.
What's the matter?
There's a monster outside my room. Can I have a glass of water?
What's wrong with the water next to your bed?
Tastes old.
Is the water for the monster? Oh, no, it's for you. Tastes old. Okay, okay. I don't know if that's the best response to a monster, but, you know, we each have our own responses.
I love that delivery by her, though. That was really good.
It's cute.
It's like very unfazed by it, but just focused on the water.
What are you thinking about?
Why do you talk to Mom when you're by yourself?
Oh,
Makes me feel better.
because he misses her.
Does she ever answer back?
I wonder if him losing his wife made him lose faith.
She never answers me either.
Whoa.
What the hell was that?
I saw something in the shadows, but it was hard to make out.
Hell no. Hell no.
All right, put your Joker makeup on, scare the shit out of them.
Lionel Pritchard and the Wolf and your brothers are back.
All right, listen. We both go outside, move around the house in opposite directions. We act crazy.
See? Acting crazy.
You're cursing stuff. You don't mean it. It's just for show.
It won't be convincing. It doesn't sound natural when I curse.
Oh, it'll come natural for you, buddy. Trust me.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dang, Flabbit! Darn!
I'm insane with anger.
Joaquin Phoenix was a little more convincing on that. Whoa.
Hell no.
Do you think they did something to the dog?
It's time for an ass whooping.
There we go. That's better.
Is it?
A little bit. Anything is a slight improvement.
I cursed.
I heard.
Good job.
How did he get him?
What are we looking at?
Are you sure it says Lionel Pritchard?
The longer they hold on him and they not show it, makes me feel
Well,
more
again,
tense.
it's the Hitchcockian and the Spielberg with Jaws thing, not really showing the thing. I like it. It adds more tension and suspense, and you get in your mind, you pick out what it could look like or is.
You got an old baby monitor around? Or you can use Bo's baby monitor as a walkie-talkie. It only works one way, but it'll do fine. That is, until someone gets you an old walkie-talkie left over at the station.
Is that foreshadowing?
Could be.
Hey, Bo.
Are they watching, what is it,
Dexter's
Laboratory?
Laboratory.
I had a
Yeah.
feeling. It is a good
You're
show.
a 90s kid, you
I
know.
very like that show a lot.
You're so stupid! Stupid!
How's work at the gas station?
Stimulating.
I never got a chance to tell you, but I thought you moving in here with your brother after. It was a nice thing to do.
I was going to say, don't actually say the thing. Possibly, we shall see. There's a lot of water, right?
There's a lot of damn cups
Yeah.
going around.
Obviously, that's going to play into
Who's
it.
washing all these dishes anyway?
I don't know whether to look for a giant or a midget.
No, he definitely wasn't a midget.
Is it PC to say that?
Hey, man, it's 2002.
That's true.
I say a lot of stuff. You would not fly today.
So he was tall.
Probably.
Over 6 feet.
A little taller than that. It looked really tall from the shadow.
How certain are you that this was a male?
Oh, I don't know any girls who could run like that.
What?
I don't know, Meryl. I've seen some of those women on the Olympic.
That's a little further than 2002.
This guy got on our roof in like a second. Our roof is 10 feet high.
They have women's high jumping in the
Just gonna
Olympic.
drop. Was not dive into that.
Watching this edit back is cracking me up. This misunderstanding stays.
And my point is, we don't know anything about the person you saw, and we should just keep all possibilities available.
Okay, I was out of line with the whole female Scandinavian Olympian thing.
But not the black thing.
I was going to
Definitely
say,
the black
that's
thing.
where you were out of line.
And I'm pretty fast. And I was running as fast as I could, and this guy, he was just toying with us.
Let's just be real. It was Batman.
There's only food under the sofa. Same shows on every station.
Every station.
Very observant young little girl.
Smart little kid.
Bo.
Isn't that their
Oh,
cornfield?
it's all over.
But that's their
no,
cornfield.
it's a different cornfield.
No, it's a different
That's a different sign.
Oh.
Science first emerged in the late 70s with renewed interest in extraterrestrial life. This new resurgence is wholly different. The speed and the quantity in
Yeah, multiple.
Oh, okay. You're right.
there are only a limited number of explanations.
Wow.
Either this is one of the most elaborate hoaxes ever created, or basically, it's for real.
Extraterrestrials.
It's definitely Ashton Kutcher messing with the entire world.
Right. He's punking the whole world.
He's punking the entire planet.
Your family has been through a lot. And the last thing these children need to do is worry about some crazy things happening in the world. So take them into town and get their minds and your mind on everyday things.
Gotta appreciate someone who can be a police officer and a therapist at the same time.
Serve and protect your body and your mind. Now, the thing I'm curious about thus far is why they picked a family in the middle of grief to deal with this conflict of, this mysterious appearance of the world. Why these in particular are the center of the story?
Well, only a family of grief could withstand this type of event.
Come here, we turn the radio.
Well, you can't get any worse. Might as well throw signs in the mix.
There are signs intended to be seen from the sky.
They said the thing.
Ah. I want to say that I haven't seen a lot of Joaquin Phoenix movies, but I want to say this is the most normal character I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
Thus far. I could be wrong. This is a good little brother. This is a good big brother, especially for to be so young.
It's just a bunch of crock. They're trying to sell sodas. Been watching these reports since morning. I have seen 12 soda commercials so far.
Damn. They play 13, I'm going to lose it.
It was asthma medicine, right, Father?
For Morgan Hess. And it's not Father anymore.
Is that his character arc? He has to believe in himself and his faith again?
He's going to defeat them with the power of the Bible.
Can I ask you a favor, Father? I need to clear my conscience. Will you listen to me?
Sorry, I don't have time for that. I'm sad.
I am not a reverend anymore. I haven't been for 6 months.
So tomorrow you'll listen to me or in a week?
Joe girls came in here talking about the end of the world. I'm just a little scared. Please, I need to clear my conscience.
He's got a duty, Aaron.
Duty to the people.
I've had 2 separate folks tell me there've been strangers around these parts last couple nights. Nobody's been hurt, mind you, and that's the giveaway. It's called probing. It's a military procedure. Send out a reconnaissance group, very small, check things out.
Before the invasion.
To evaluate the situation, the level of danger, make sure things are all clear.
This guy's delivery is funny.
Clear for what?
For the rest of them.
You can blink. It's okay.
No, those are in the deleted takes.
You got a pamphlet or something I can read?
Sure.
There's one.
You didn't used to play baseball, did you?
Hey!
That's for him. They said it for him.
You're Merrill Hess. I was there the day you hit that 507-footer over the left field wall.
507-footer? I'm calling bullshit. His size, no way. Sorry.
You have a baseball expert in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not impossible, but the chances of him hitting 507 feet, no.
Why weren't you in the pros making stacks of cash and getting your toes licked by beautiful women?
What?
This guy's got some interesting fetishes.
He has some interesting hobbies and interests.
He's a Quentin Tarantino fan, right?
He has another record most people don't know about. He has the minor league strikeout record. Merrill's a Class A screw-up.
I thought that was Adam Sandler for like half a second.
Ha.
Merrill here has more strikeouts than any 2 players.
I love people who always point out the negatives.
The best kinds of people. Clearly people you want in your life.
I just want to see him take a baseball bat and launch him 507 feet.
That's right.
Again, just to give everyone clarification, hitting a ball 507 feet is possible. People have done it. Very unlikely, though. It's
We're gonna see. Joaquin's going to show us.
Yeah, right.
It's foreshadowing.
Your water's fine. Bo has this thing about her drinking water. She had it her whole life.
13!
You called it 13. Now he's going to go ape shit.
I'll take it.
Have you noticed there's a lot of close-up shots? Like, a shit ton.
Is douchebag a curse?
Look at his face. He's like, great story. Can I just have my prescription medicine, please?
Then it's not 37, it's 71.
For an M. Night Shyamalan movie, this is surprisingly funny.
I don't want anyone of you spending time with Tracy Abernathy alone. Is that understood?
I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna have the same type of behavior and personality traits as Tracy, just from like freaking out in. Is that M. Night Shyamalan? It's M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan!
He always, as we all know, he always puts himself in a cameo in a film.
Is that
That's right. That's right. I don't think he was in The Last Airbender though.
I never saw The Last Airbender, but I've been told never to.
And you never should.
Like, this guy looks familiar.
Oh, this isn't a cameo. This is a role. Yeah, we had more than 3 seconds of eye contact. He's definitely going to be a character in this movie.
Well, he's the guy who says action.
What is it?
Oh, is that the
baby monitor?
Yeah, the one she told them about.
I'm gonna use it as a walkie-talkie. What if it's catching a signal from them?
I appreciate how active this kid is. He doesn't like just sit by and just stand idle.
No, he's not. He's not a passive
This
character.
crop stuff is about a bunch of nerds who never had a girlfriend in their lives. They're like 30 and they work up little codes together and analyze Greek mythology and make up secret societies. It's a scam. Nerds were doing it 25 years ago. New nerds are doing it again.
It's the way of the nerd.
It's a code. Why can't they get girlfriends?
It's broken, Morgan. It's just gonna keep doing this.
We might lose a signal.
This is exactly what the nerds want.
Joaquin Phoenix is a hater.
That's what happens when you hit a ball 507 feet, Aaron. You get ahead of yourself and you become a hater.
Nobody move. Did you hear that?
I actually did.
You heard the voices, right, Uncle Merrill? I heard them, Morgan.
Do you hear the voices, Andrew?
The first one I did.
Probably picking up another baby monitor.
That's right.
It was like, or something weird. Yeah, it was something weird like that.
Do you guys hear voices? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
See, this is why we're not watching TV. People get obsessed.
It's true.
I'm letting go now.
No, Dad! Don't do it!
You'll lose the signal.
Wow.
It gets clearer the higher you hold it.
Make it much higher. So high. What a shot.
There's a lot of great shots in this film. Whoa.
Whoa, it's so creepy. I'd probably leave. I just, I don't need this in my life. I'm grieving. I'm lost. I don't need an extra component of aliens or whatever the hell this is in my life. I can stay at a hotel.
The dog senses a Terminator. Whoa, Jesus. It's always the dogs that are scaring me.
Listen to your dog.
Isabel, you're gonna feel very silly when this turns out to be all just make-believe.
Pretty sure she has a better sense than you do.
We are not sticking the dog again, are we? Please? Okay.
That's a flashlight.
Thought they were grabbing the tongue again.
Damn it.
I'm legit freaked out right now.
That is huge.
I'm not going to report this or anything you do to my crop to the news or TV or anybody.
I'm sure this is going to make them feel a lot better.
Oh, I'm like anticipating a jump scare now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Come on. Okay. That's great.
I'd say take out your cell phone with a flashlight, but it's a little 2002, so you don't have that.
Yeah. We don't have that available to us right now. It's like smack it. Yeah. That's old school.
Oh.
That's how you used to fix stuff. Back in the day, that was a foot. That was a foot. It was a blue foot. No. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. No.
Again, I really appreciate the Hitchcockian and Spielberg Jaws approach M. Night Shyamalan's taking with not revealing.
Again, these kids do so much. They cook. They go in the fields. They do the dishes. Daddy's spooked, y'all. I would be too. Shoot.
Well, I mean, up to this point, he's been a believer. It's just been pranksters or whatever, right? In the fields and all that. Even though it's all around the world.
Okay, let's turn on the TV.
Let's get out of that house, first of all.
I mean, it's the only I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's a worldwide thing as we've seen.
Let's go into a bunker or something.
U.S. officials have confirmed that these are not aircraft from either government's air force. The first sighting was made by an Air Mexico.
Holy shit.
As the unidentified crafts entered Mexico City airspace.
What?
They were not detected by radar.
That's a great shot.
I love it.
So good.
We have to tape this.
This is today. Everyone will be recording with their phones.
Yes.
My ballet recital. The history of the world's future is on the TV right now. We need to record this so you can show your children this tape and say you were there.
But what about her ballet recital?
My ballet recital. Dad.
Find another tape.
Yeah.
That's right. Priorities.
I want to see the ballet recital, though, eventually.
Uncle Merrill, I'm using your tape.
Swimsuit special. Oh, man, not that one.
This image has not been adjusted or enhanced in any way. What you're seeing is real. Everything they wrote in science books is about to change.
I told you.
The fact that the kid has asthma is definitely going to come into play later.
I was literally just thinking as you said that.
Wavelength, baby.
Wavelength. I was just waiting for the sign to say it, and you said it.
Some people are probably thinking this is the end of the world.
That's true.
Do you think it could be?
Yes.
How can you say that?
But do you think the water's going to come into play, too? Because we've seen so much, right?
I feel like it has to, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't you pretend to be like you used to be?
Damn.
Give me some comfort.
He's scared, too, and he's sad. What the hell?
Break down into two groups. When they experience something lucky, group number one sees it as more than luck, more than coincidence. They see it as a sign.
He said it! He said it!
Group number two sees it as just pure luck. A happy turn of chance.
My experience is no such thing as luck.
People in group number two are looking at those 14 lights in a very suspicious way. For them, this situation is a 50-50. But deep down, they feel that whatever happens, they're on their own. And that fills them with fear.
Yeah.
What did the Joker always say? When the chips are down, civilized people will eat each other?
That part.
Group number one, when they see those 14 lights, they're looking at a miracle. And deep down, they feel that whatever's going to happen, there will be someone there to help them.
That's an interesting shot, how it's lit.
I was just thinking that.
Are you the kind that sees signs, sees miracles? Or look at the question this way. Is it possible that there are no coincidences?
Interesting conversation.
I was at this party once. I'm on the couch with a random beginning. She was just sitting there staring at me. I go to lean in and kiss her, and I realize I have gum in my mouth.
What?
What do you have in his mouth?
Gum.
Oh, gum. Okay.
Stuff in a paper cup next to the sofa and turn around. Random McKinney throws up all over herself.
Oh, gross.
I knew the second it happened. It was a miracle. I could have been kissing her when she threw up.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
That's one way to look at it.
For sure.
I may never have recovered.
That would be something to never forget.
This guy's awesome. His character is so cool.
Except for that one comment.
I was being sarcastic.
So was I.
I never told you the last words that Colleen said before they let her die. She said, see. And her eyes glazed a bit. And then she said, swing away. Know why she said that? Because the nerve endings in her brain were firing as she died. And some random memory of us at one of your baseball games just popped into her head.
I was thinking of a baseball when he said that. Yeah.
There is no one watching out for us, Merrill.
Damn.
He's number two.
We are all on our own.
I'm really, again, for his character development, curious if he's going to
grow and find faith again.
Yeah, find his faith again. It's going to be an interesting.
Wow, what a great scene that was.
Yeah, it was good. I just want to know how those kids are still asleep through that whole conversation. I'm a light sleeper personally. I wouldn't have been able to sleep through that.
Little kids get tuckered out easily.
Oh, is he wearing his?
He is, but I feel like he's wearing it as a disguise.
Yeah, just to. Or is this a flashback? No, it's not.
I think
No, it's not. It's not. Okay.
Is he okay?
Yeah, it was the first thing Colleen asked to.
She's talking. What ambulance is she in?
She's not in an ambulance, Father.
Oh, he was flashback. You're right.
But just because he was wearing that, I figured it had to have been. But then to your point, also, like, you can, I guess, use it to get somewhere you need to go. Maybe?
Yeah, maybe in this town, because people all know you're the local priest.
What are all these wires for?
All these extension cables.
For the kids' protection. All they were doing was watching TV from 5 a.m. I felt like they were getting obsessed, like you said. You should be playing Furry Furry Rabbit or Tea Party or something.
I've never heard of that.
But they're not really gone. We just can't see them. Early this morning, a bird flew into the area where the lights were hovering last night. It stopped dead in the air and fell straight down.
Oh.
The footage looks like the bird flew into a wall in the sky.
A force field.
Surprised like the Air Force or whatever hasn't engaged them some kind, but I don't know.
We gonna see that footage? Where that bird at?
There's a theory about the crop circles. I think it'd be some kind of
sign,
landmark, visual mapping system so they could navigate, coordinate. Makes sense.
I mean, that too. That would make sense.
Oh, I see. That cross right there was like, I guess the cross was like
taken off the wall.
Taken off the wall, and
stain.
it's still, yeah, okay. It took me a while to process that one.
There's a good bit of visual storytelling.
Oh, no, for sure. I love visual storytelling like that. That, again, it just tells us he doesn't believe in his faith. Hey.
So the aliens can't read our minds.
I think in Scary Movie 3, I did see that, where they were wearing the tinfoils on their head. I believe so. If I'm wrong, let me know. Scary Movie 3, if that's the one I saw.
Is this where tinfoil hats came from, or is this like already a saying before this movie? I feel like it was already a saying.
I only saw it, I think, in Scary Movie 3, so I don't know.
They tell you everything in this book. This is probably very small, because as the brains developed, there was no use for physical development.
They look like Hershey Kisses, humanized.
They do.
Who wrote this book?
Or Coneheads.
I love that movie.
He said there are two reasons why extraterrestrials will visit us: to make contact in the spirit of exploration and furthering the knowledge of the universe. Or the other reason, they're hostile. They've used up all the resources on their planet.
Oh.
They're looking to harvest our planet next.
So they're from Krypton. I knew it. It's General Zod.
Terraforming, baby.
Yes. Oh.
That's exactly what they look like.
I'm trying to think of the most terrifying aliens I've ever seen on film, like just out of the, I don't know.
Do you think aliens would wear clothes? Do you think they'd be nude?
Are we talking this or in real life?
Just generally, yeah.
Would clothes fit? I mean, depending on their size, would clothes fit them? I don't know.
Like they have their own version of clothes, like alien clothes.
Oh, okay.
Or would they be nude? Was there no need for clothes?
Right. Proton rays.
What do you guys think? Aliens wear clothes?
Everybody in this house needs to calm down. Eat some fruit or something.
Take that foil off your head.
Hello? Father? Hello?
Damn, the phones aren't anymore. In 2002, we had, I mean, cell phones weren't like huge at that point, but we had cell phones, right? 2002?
Probably like, we had cell phones in the 90s.
I know, those were the big ones, right?
Yeah, so there had to be cell phones, at least in some form. Maybe like the Nokia, the little bricks.
No one leaves this house. No one.
Why?
I think he just called here.
The cinematography in this film cannot be unsaid how good it is.
Yeah, it's really great. Oh, what do we have here?
Someone gonna jump up to the window and scare us, Aaron? I don't know. M. Night Shyamalan? Back again?
Oh, what do you know, Shyamalan? Tell us your secrets.
Okay, like you called it. He was going to have more of a role.
You don't make eye contact for that long and then not be a character in the movie. I don't believe it.
Aren't you the guy who says action and cut? What are you doing here?
Hello, Ray.
Oh, has his whole life packed up. He's getting out of Dodge.
Oh.
Oh, you got shot? You got stabbed? What's going on, bud?
Thank you for coming, Father.
Is he the guy who killed his wife?
I worked so long that night.
Yeah, I think he is.
Never fallen asleep driving before.
Yeah.
Oh, good call by you.
He said 6 months ago.
There wasn't a car in sight in either direction.
Oh.
If I'd have fallen asleep then, I would have ended up in a ditch with a headache.
Oh, why are you telling him this?
It had to be at that right moment, the 10, 15 seconds when I passed her walking.
Shit.
It was like it was meant to be.
Oh, God, you're the worst. Why are you telling him this?
I guess if this is the end of the world, I'm screwed, right?
Might as well just tell everything.
Did you shoot yourself? Like, what happened?
Where are you going?
To the lake.
You drive in?
Way I see it, these places marked in crops and such, none of them are really near water.
Oh.
I don't think they like water.
Oh, it's the water.
He's going to go find solace.
And we saw the dogs. Like, remember the dog was freaking out at the water?
Yeah.
I know what I've done to you. It made you question your faith. Truly sorry.
Ooh. It's taking every ounce of fiber to hold back right now. Ugh. That's powerful acting.
Don't open my pantry, Father. I found one of them in there and locked him in.
It's interesting. It was his faith that was holding him back.
This video was taken yesterday afternoon at his son's 7th birthday in the city of Passo Fundo, Brazil.
Don't get too close to the TV.
What are we looking for?
Oh! Damn, that was a crazy cool way to reveal it.
So they don't wear clothes.
Aaron got his question answered. Pause it.
Pause it. Ooh, big green men.
Damn.
Alion's confirmed.
And M. Night Shyamalan said he blocked one in the pantry. Is that what he said, right? This film is a masterclass at building tension and suspense.
The police are here.
I am them.
I am a police officer.
Wrong franchise. That was Lethal Weapon.
I just want to talk with you. We know all about the hoax. We already took some of your friends downtown in a paddy wagon.
Whoa. Oh, throw a carrot under or something? What?
Yeah, slice it into the door. Yeah, cut those feet.
Oh, use it as a mirror. See
I
what's
mean
under.
that. You know, Andrew.
No,
You're smart. Why you say smart stuff?
You're smarter. You called the M. Night Shyamalan being the guy who offed his wife.
You're making sense, you know. Oh no! Oh no! Don't open it!
That scared the shit out of me.
That scared the shit out of me. No alien toes. No, thank you.
Still think it's a hoax?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put one on too.
I've seen that picture before. All of them, the tin hats. I didn't realize it was Joaquin Phoenix, or at least I didn't remember. Get me a hat, guys.
Their skin changes colors.
Oh.
That's why we couldn't see him that night.
Oh, camouflage.
Tell me something, Morgan. In this book of yours, did they happen to detail what would happen if they were hostile?
Said they would probably invade. They would use ground tactics, hand-to-hand combat.
Jeez.
They wouldn't use our technology or fight an airborne battle, because they know eventually we would use nuclear weapons, and the planet would be useless to them.
Smart.
They said there are one of two outcomes of an invasion. One, they fight and are defeated and have to return again with full forces, hundreds, maybe even thousands of years later.
Jeez.
What's two?
They win.
But like, does that mean they destroy all humans and win?
I heard a theory that they don't like places near water. We'd be safe from them near a lake or something.
Sounds made up.
No, I got it from a very valid source.
I saw one of them at Ray Reddy's house. I can't be sure, but I got the distinct feeling it wanted to harm me. All those in favor of the lake idea, raise your hand.
We know she loves water, so.
This is true.
All those in favor of home, raise your hand.
There's no TV at the lake. Sorry.
My vote counts as two. I get 2 votes because I represent 2 parents here.
We don't know anything yet. We'll be safe here anyway. I don't want to leave home. This is where we lived with Mom.
Aww.
It's got nothing to do with this.
I changed my vote.
Aww.
All those in favor of home, raise your hand.
This is ridiculous.
Fine, I guess I'll stay home. I think water's smart, though. But,
I think so too, but I'm just going with majority vote because of peer pressure.
Screw the grain. I vote water. They're right by the cornfield. That's what they thrive on. They're gonna be right near you.
Can't they just do what Dorothy did to the Wicked Witch? Just throw water on them?
We're going to board up every window in this house.
How do we know boards will do anything?
Because they seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
Whoa.
Water. Definitely water.
That is such an ominous and scary transition. Fade into black the way it did. With that sound effect. There's my baseball throw. Now what? Dude, you should hit it 507 feet again. Aaron and I want to see it.
Yeah, come on. Prove it.
What are the chances he uses a baseball bat as a weapon?
I'm going to vote 110 because they wouldn't have dropped that bomb if it wasn't going to be relevant later.
Dad, Uncle Merrill.
All of the lights.
Amman joins Nairobi, Beijing, and Jerusalem as the latest to confirm the appearance of lights.
I love these close-in shots. They're so good.
There are lights in over 274 cities. To think it'll be 400 within the hour. They're appearing at or within 1 mile of crop signs.
They were for navigation.
Ah, that makes sense.
They're gonna be within a mile of us.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's go to the water.
Okay, now I'm starting to go with that vote.
I think these are stages immediately preceding an attack maneuver. I was wrong. They're hostile.
Dude, just do what a Culkin kid does. Build traps around the house.
I'm saying, man. Listen to Andrew.
Ground forces have been assembled in countries throughout the globe. Hundreds of thousands have flocked to temples, synagogues, and churches.
I bet that makes him very upset.
It's triggered.
God be with us all.
Don't come to my church, though. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at home.
That's okay.
Some guy had a sign saying it was the end of the world.
Ugh.
Did you watch that movie, Leave the World Behind?
I don't think so.
It's Ethan Hawke and Julia Roberts. Came out last year.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've seen
It kind of
that.
reminds me of this movie.
Where are we gonna sleep?
In the family room.
What about Isabel?
We'll tie her up in the garage after dinner.
I'll make some sandwiches.
I want spaghetti.
Spaghetti sounds good. I haven't had that in a while.
Spaghetti sounds great. What do you want, Morgan?
Anything? French toast.
Ooh, powdered sugar.
And mashed potato.
That is an interesting combo. French toast and mashed potatoes. You ever had that together?
I can't say I have, you know? I'm not closed off to it, but it's definitely...
Chicken teriyaki, that's a good one.
I'm not mad at chicken teriyaki.
We doing a Spielberg pull-in type of shot, or no, we're not.
What's the matter with everyone? Eat.
Maybe we should say a prayer.
No.
Why not?
Ooh.
I hate you.
That's fine.
Oh.
Let Mom die.
Damn, that's messed up, kid. It's not his fault.
I am not wasting one more minute of my life on prayer. Now, we are going to enjoy this meal. No one can stop us from enjoying this meal, so enjoy it! Stop crying!
Graham.
Don't yell at her.
Wow, this really is like a family drama in the midst of an alien crisis. Oh. Yeah, she's scared.
Please stand by, Aaron. That's always not a good sign. That was no pun intended on that one.
But don't.
I promise I actually really wasn't trying to in that one. It's almost like a water-like image in that shot.
Yeah. Had ripples.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you what everyone said when you were born, Bo?
Is Bo afraid?
You came out of your mama, and you didn't even cry.
Wow.
You just opened your eyes, and you looked around the room at everybody. Your eyes are so big and gorgeous. And all the ladies in the room just gasped. And they said, we've never seen a baby so beautiful.
Wow.
They put you on the table to clean you up. And you looked up at me and you smiled. They say babies that young can't smile.
Oh.
Aww.
It's very beautiful, too, that amidst all this craziness happening, a grieving family is also healing.
Yeah.
I think there's something poetic and beautiful about that. Sucks this situation had to happen for that to happen.
Yeah,
but
it forces them to sit still to actually try to grieve.
Forgot Isabel.
I hope nothing's going to happen to the dog. 'Cause you know when the dog goes silent, that's something bad. Oh, there's our sign. Poor Isabel.
Poor Isabel.
I take comfort knowing that was just a sound effect. But still. Oof.
Should we turn off the lights?
They already know we're here.
Dude, get the water ready, right?
Yeah, right. Just like spray it or pour it or something.
Well, they got water all over there. Again, this is just, I love this Hitchcockian Jaws type feel right now. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah.
Dad.
Are they up on the roof?
Ooh.
The sound design is phenomenal, and it's scary as hell.
Do you know what happened when you were born, Morgan? You came out, and your mama kept bleeding. I wanted your mama to see you first. And she got feeling better. They brought you in, and she looked at you, and you looked at her, and you just stared at each other for the longest time. And then she said real soft, hello, Morgan. I'm your mama.
Aww.
You look just how I dreamed.
Aww. That's so sweet.
Oh, they're in the attic. Oh, they forgot to board that up. Shit.
Damn.
That was an oversight.
Let's go.
Ah! We're supposed to yell together, by the way.
Ah.
Thank you.
I didn't physically yell, but I yelled with my eyes.
We got anything to wedge against the doorknob?
They'll read our minds.
You're scaring your sister.
I'm already scared.
Ooh, that noise.
Meryl.
I'm looking.
They know our secret thoughts.
Ah, no. Nope. This thing's slowing down to the shot there.
Let's gives it a more dramatic feel.
His lights flashed before his eyes just then.
Got it.
Oh.
Are they in the room now with them?
Where's Bo?
This is scaring the shit out of me.
I'm okay.
Aaron, where's the baseball bat?
Come on, baseball.
Oh, that's tennis rackets I just saw.
Come on, baseball.
What's happening out there?
I can't even imagine.
Hope they're doing better than we are.
Ugh.
We don't even have helmets.
Oh, if we would have went to the lake, it would have been better.
They're only making noises. They're not trying to get in. Why would they do that?
Interesting.
They want our attention on the door.
They're distracting us.
The book says they're probably very good problem solvers. So they'll find a way in.
Maybe they're playing hide and go seek.
Morgan, give me your flashlight.
We could be wrong about these aliens. Maybe they don't want to hurt people. We have yet to see them doing that. Maybe they just want to observe us.
They used to pour coal down in this basement. There's a coal chute in here.
I mean, we did see them hurt the dog, right? Or not see them or hear it. I mean,
yeah, we haven't seen them physically do anything to people.
I can feel air. Me too. It's getting stronger. I'm close.
I'm bending it. That's where it's coming from.
I understood that reference, even though I haven't seen the film.
Oh. That should have scared me.
Where's your sister?
Ah! Oh, Jesus.
Where is he?
What the hell just happened? I feel like that was improv.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus. Yeah.
We don't have his medicine.
Oh, shit.
Oh, then. Yep.
You called that foreshadowing earlier with his asthma. That should have been the first thing you did, had that in his pocket or your pocket.
Don't do this to me again.
Jesus.
The fear is feeding it. Don't be afraid of what's happening. Believe it's going to pass. Just wait. Don't be afraid. The air is coming. Don't be afraid, Morgan. Feel my chest. The air is going in our lungs. We're the same.
We should save the flashlights.
I'm assuming we're back in flashback territory.
Looks like it.
And he hit a Colleen and then a tree, and she was pinned between the two. The truck has severed most of her lower half.
Oh.
She won't be saved. Her body is pinned in such a way that it's alive when it shouldn't be alive.
Dude, sheesh.
And she doesn't feel much, and she's talking almost like normal. And we didn't pull the truck out because we want you to come down here and be with her as long as she's awake.
Oh, man.
Carolyn, this is the last time I'm going to talk with my wife.
Oh, man. Okay, so he did know it was them. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why they had that eye contact with each other. I just missed some of the details in their conversation.
Found a pack of light bulbs.
In the dark?
Might be light outside now. I don't know.
How long have we been sleeping?
12 hours or so.
12 hours?
How do you sleep 12 hours under those conditions?
They said they had poison gas. They secrete it in small amounts. A lot of people died.
But they're leaving.
They left real fast this morning, like something scared them off. They left some of their wounded behind.
Where are they going?
People must have figured out a way to beat them.
Water?
Everyone has a weakness, right?
Water.
Which is interesting because water was Bruce Willis's weakness in Unbreakable.
That's right. See a theme happening here. Commonalities.
I saw your eyes last night. I don't want to ever see your eyes like that again. I'm serious.
Dude, we gotta get this kid his asthma.
Have they said anything about our area?
Philadelphia and its outlying counties are cleared, but who knows for sure?
He's not strong enough. If he is under attack right now...
I know. We'd have to be sure before we opened up that door, Graham.
Nothing.
It's good enough for me.
Me too.
I'm still terrified. What?
That's cool.
I got to imagine, too, this isn't much of a prediction that we're going to actually see him talk to his wife in that flashback.
Yeah.
They got to finish off that
Like,
scene.
who do they cast as his wife? Also, just like, how does that scene actually play out?
Well, he said, too, her last one of the last things she says was talking about a memory, his swing, or something like that. So maybe we'll see. Although he did describe it, so. There's the baseball bat. We spotted it.
Did together. It didn't come into play, though. Not in the way we thought it would.
Yeah.
They're doing this on TV.
Bring the TV in here.
I feel like we're in school right now. Remember when they would cart it off on the TV?
Yeah, bring those out when the subs are around.
You're
or
right.
There's actually something. Educational! Shit. What? What's he doing?
Are they going to fix his asthma?
Holy crap. What is that? What is it holding?
I think they're holding Rory Culkin, right? His son?
I don't know. Oh, it is the son. Is he going to heal? Oh, it's the one he cut his fingers off. Oh, he's blending into him. Oh, shoot.
Is he going to fix his asthma?
Oh, he's going to probe him. He's gonna, oh, no.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh.
I was just taking a walk before dinner.
You love walks.
Oh.
Does it hurt?
I don't feel much. Tell Harmon to play games. It's okay to be silly. Tell Bo to listen to her brother. He'll always take care of her. And tell Graham. Tell him to see. And tell Meryl to swing away.
That's the one.
What you have to ask yourself is, what kind of person are you? Or do you believe that people just get lucky? Is it possible? There are no coincidences.
Baseball bat? Baseball bat.
That's a Louisville Slugger. Good brand.
Swing away, Meryl.
Dude, this music is just adding to the tension right now. Whoa. 507 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Batter up.
Oh! No, he sprayed him.
Oh. Oh. Woo.
No water! Burn, baby, burn. You called it, Andrew.
I mean, they just kept coming right back to it the whole
It
movie.
seemed pretty transparent, pretty honest.
I thought maybe he was healing his asthma, but... Oh. EpiPen, yeah. I always hated this camera. Whoa.
He's hitting me. Oh, no.
This is a little bit of a similar score to Unbreakable right in this moment right here.
Damn, broke the bag on him.
Because Unbreakable by James Newton Howard, the score, it's one of my favorite scores ever. And that moment just really reminded me of that amazing score.
It can't be luck. His lungs were closed. No poison got in. Don't touch him. Give him a minute.
Oh.
Dad? What happened?
Hey.
Someone save me?
Aw.
Baby, I think someone did.
We're going to zoom in on that where that cross mark was.
I think we are.
Oh. Passage of time. Okay. I would imagine he's got a real cross up now that shows his restoring of faith. My guess, I don't know, but I could be wrong.
So wasn't it right there?
Yeah, you're right.
The mark is gone.
Yeah, the mark is gone. You're right. He's a priest again.
A priest again.
I guess that's more the answer than showing the cross.
Mm-hmm.
I think he covered it up with the pictures, unless he just...
I think he just removed the marking.
Just removed the marking, yeah. Oh, okay. It's over.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah, no, good film.
That was awesome.
Yes.
That was really good.
Astepro and go. It's faster, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I got so excited. They know I got excited when they wanted to partner up with us yet again. And let me tell you why. See, a couple months ago when we were first approached by them for our first sponsored agreement, I wanted to try them out before agreeing to do a sponsorship with them. Reason being is because I get terrible allergies. Roxy Stryer, whenever she shows up here, usually points it out because she happens to catch me on the days when my allergies are acting up. And on top of that too, I have a deviated septum, so I often have a difficult time breathing through my right nostril. I'm a person who needs a nasal allergy spray, needless to say. Didn't mean to rhyme bars. And when I used Astepro, I fell in love. I really believe in this allergy spray. They sent me over that one sample, so the bottle you see in my hand, I don't know what number bottle this is that I personally bought myself. So please, let me tell you a little bit more about them. Astepro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray, and it is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays, they take hours. It's the first and only 24-hour steroid-free allergy spray. It delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. For anyone who experiences allergies or congestion, you know that no matter what you're doing, you just perform better once you get that cleared up. Astepro has been the faster pro. It's been the fastest working one for me. So if you want to experience the joy with me, you can get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astepro. You can go to asteproallergy.com for a discount so you can use Astepro and go. ASTEPRO allergy.com. It's faster, bro. I love it. I say it every time I pick up my bottle. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies. Buying via through our link is also a fantastic way to support the channel. Lets you know that we were the ones who directed you there. I really do believe in them. I've been buying them myself. I heavily vouch for them, Reject Nation. Give them a shot. Thank you.
All right, you guys.
Oof.
So make sure you tune in, go over to Apple and Spotify so you can listen to our commentary, our conversation, and yeah, get a little peek. Listen to it as you drive or as you're doing the dishes or whatnot. Yeah,
Lots of water.
Lots of water. Use lots of water. Get thorough in there. Get that soap. Get them suds. Clean those dishes. Oh man, this is a good one, dude. I'm happy after all this time. What was it, 22 years in the making?
22, yeah.
22 years of anticipation. Finally got to see Signs. Andrew, what did you think about the movie?
Before I mention what I thought, don't forget to support us over at rejectnationshop.com if you want to look as cool as Aaron as I and you don't want to get invaded by aliens. You got to check out the shop. So go ahead and support us over there. In regards to the film, I just thought this film, first of all, you know what you're going to... I know what I said at the top with Mel Gibson, but aside from that, it's very well acted. I love the family dynamic and camaraderie, how they're a grieving family, and then you got this crazy event happening that kind of brings them together. And Joaquin Phoenix, also great acting as well. And the two children, it's a very tough job. Acting in general is tough, but especially for children, it's a very daunting task, and I thought the children did a terrific job. Very intuitive. They were very proactive, and I liked that and appreciated that. And I just thought it was a great script. Awesome job by M. Night Shyamalan as well. I just thought this film was a masterclass in not only suspense and tension, but just it's got that very slow. What's the word I'm looking for? The slow
build up.
Definitely the slow build up. It's just a very slow. What's the word?
Burn.
Slow burn. Thank you so much, Aaron. Teamwork. It's a very slow burn type of film, a la like Alien 1979, but I never felt the pacing was a problem, not even once, because it's just like you said, it's building up to something, and I loved, again, to the Hitchcock, and I know I said it so many times, but I'm going to say it again, because I thought it was just done so well with the Hitchcockian approach of Alfred Hitchcock of not showing the thing, but just giving us the no pun intended, the signs of the thing, and also again, Jaws, 1975 with Spielberg, again barely showing it, because I think if they would have shown the aliens, I think it would have just, I don't know, I just think our minds create something, a little different anyways. It just takes a little bit away from the illusion, so I thought that was a very smart approach, but I loved it. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Oh man, I also really enjoyed it. I thought that it was something that, going into it, I only heard things about the fact that, there was tension, and like, obviously it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's one of his classics. The fact that, there's these big old twists happening in all these movies, and then we saw that Mel Gibson's star in it. And funny enough, I don't think there was like a major twist. I think there was not a mind-blowing twist in this movie, which is kind of contrary to what we know M. Night Shyamalan for traditionally. But the thing I really liked about this movie is the fact that, well, first of all, I'm the type of viewer that when I watch movies, I like to invest in characters. I think that it's a general statement, but I think there's really two types of movies that get you invested in its plot or its atmosphere, or really movies that really focus in on character. And I found that this one to be the latter. The fact that this really got to breathe in those characters. And I said kind of early on that, okay, why is this alien invasion focusing in on this family specifically and them grieving? And I feel like that's the entire point of the movie. I feel like this is a movie that is about grief and trauma and bonding more than it is about the aliens themselves. This is just the crux of the event that brought them in to allow them to actually grieve.
Yeah.
And I think that it was really interesting starting off with a character who lost faith, who wouldn't allow himself to really grieve. He's kind of like, he's for the larger half of this movie, Mel Gibson was kind of stoic, or at least was playing his character a lot more reserved. And as things started to escalate, you started to see some of that pain. You started to see some of those emotions come out, some of that fear come out, and that conversation that we had to have towards the end, or towards the middle-ish end, between like the first group of people that see signs or see a miracle, and the second group of people that see fear. I thought that was a very poignant conversation, and kind of like the point of this movie.
I think you make such an astute and wonderful observation. Like, yes, the aliens are a part of the film, and there's a lot of mystery, going on, and just like, why are they here? What's going on? But yeah, the whole point of the film is just about grief and this family healing through a very traumatic time. And it takes such a traumatic time for them to heal through it, and I thought Mel Gibson's character goes through a wonderful arc throughout the film. Just like,
he was incredible.
Again, just questioning his. He's lost his faith, obviously, and just continuously questioning his faith through it. Like, and there's so many times throughout the film when people are still calling him father, and he's like, that's not who I am anymore. Yeah. And like, the signs are there, like, dude, that's who you are. That was always who you were predestined to always be.
Right.
And but again, I really appreciate that observation you just made. Like, that's really the point of the film, is it's the characters and that it's about grief. And the aliens are, again, while being an important part of the film for sure, it's kind of just the background, if you will.
Exactly.
It's like The Last of Us, if you will, just to make a quick comparison. Like, yes, we have the clickers and the runners and all that, and that is very important stuff for sure. But in regards to the first game/TV show, Joel and Ellie are the main crux of why we get so damn invested, and that's why I was so invested in this. Like, yeah, I was curious about the aliens, but I was so invested in the family and like what was happening with them, and them healing and trying to move on through such a traumatic event. And even if there wasn't this whole traumatic alien event, I was still invested in what was going on, because it was, like we said, it was a slow burn type of film. Like, yes, the alien thing was happening, but really, again, because it was such a slow burn, not much was really happening. It was happening at such a slow burn type of pace that, it's, again, I was more emotionally pulled to everything that was going on in every line of dialogue and every action each character was taking. So, I think that's such a wonderful point that you pulled out.
Yeah, this movie does a great job of reveling in its drama and letting you sit with its characters while also having great tension at the same time.
Absolutely.
Like, when we do finally start to see the aliens and things do start to ramp up, that it all feels earned because we got to sit with these characters.
Yes.
Because we established the foundation of who these people were before we put them into an event that potentially can cause them harm, which allows us to care more about the characters when we do finally see them in these settings. It was interesting watching a movie that is like the reference point for other movies that I've seen. Like because I feel like I have larger experiences with movies that are more modern, and then getting to explore these older movies. I feel like I garner a greater appreciation for them because I see like the nucleus point of what inspired these other films. The two movies that are primarily coming to mind in recent history that this movie definitely inspired were one, Leave the World Behind, this movie that came out last year with Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke, and another movie or series of movies now would be The Quiet Place. I feel like I definitely see inspirations from A Quiet Place bonding over this family and these two adults and these kids in the face of this scary situation, especially all the stuff in the basement really reminded me of A Quiet Place. I definitely like these kind of stories that kind of revel in connection as the foundation of what we're going through. And even in that movie, well, I don't want to spoil if you haven't seen A Quiet Place, but there is, without spoiling it directly, there is a sense of loss that happens fairly early on. And yeah, the characters have to deal with that experience over the course of the film, and while also kind of bonding with one another. And I think that we need art, we need movies to inspire us to pull further experiences out, and especially something more specifically with the grief of a spouse and the grief of losing a loved one, not only a loved one, a partner, which causes you to lose faith. Yeah. How do you, as the foundation of a patriarchy, or at least within the context of this movie, kind of support your family when you yourself are lost? I think kind of seeing how that come to fruition, and not really knowing how to bring comfort to your family because you don't know how to bring comfort to yourself. I think that was very powerful, and him learning how to step up to be that leader again, to be that father again, to guide his brother into telling him what to do to stop the alien, and then to be there for his son, and then realizing that he's able to save him. I think that was very, very powerful. And it's like, it's one of those movies that, at least for me, like the longer you sit with it, the more you pull out of it. Because I feel like it's a very dense movie dialogue-wise and has a lot to say, but it uses its runtime in a very smart way because it does have a lot to say, but it does it in a very intelligent way to kind of weave the story and its themes together.
Yeah, for sure. I've never seen Leave the World Behind. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's controversial, but I definitely see the themes.
I've never seen it, but yeah, in regards to Quiet Place, I could totally see that. I would say too, like if you notice, I'm gonna say my favorite 2 or probably even 3 favorite scenes. I would say in terms of the best acting as well, and also the scenes that just drew me in emotionally. The scene where they're at the dinner table, just talking, could be their last meal, and the way they're just letting everything out. I just thought that, again, the acting and just I love the dialogue in that scene, and then how the children kind of just let it out too, like how they're displeased with their father and the way he's behaving in that moment. Like, again, just so well acted, so powerful, and also too, I really enjoyed that conversation on the couch between Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson. I thought that was a good scene also too, that and it wasn't a long scene, but that scene that just got me emotional as well, and I would imagine most people, with Mel Gibson and his wife, where she was I mean, again, I like that they didn't spend too much time because that's a hard scene to watch, but yeah, just how do you react and behave in that moment, like knowing this is the last time you get to talk to your spouse,
right?
And obviously, I know that I took some comfort knowing she's not in a ton of pain, but still, like, this is it. This is our last conversation. Now I got to be strong in this moment.
For you.
And not only for you, but also for our children after this, too. And yeah, but it's like just watching, like, him, like, you could see right there in that moment, like, I think what was so powerful in that performance, just seeing, like, he's losing a loved one, but also, too, you can kind of see he's losing his faith in that moment, too, just like there is no God kind of thing, too. And, like, I think he did a good job of emoting that expression. And there was a lot of times, too, just, again, giving Mel Gibson his props as an actor. He was showing a different array of emotions in so many different scenes. So I really appreciated his performance in this film a great deal.
Yeah, I can say the same. I definitely understand why he was such a big star in the early 2000s through the 80s to the early 2000s. And seeing how accessible his emotions are and his vulnerability is. It's funny because you're the movie man with all the knowledge, but I wanted to say, as I was this guy, this cool guy right here, this
I
fella
was right here.
it's funny because I was watching and I was like, damn, I feel like Mel Gibson would make a really good Wolverine. But I feel like he was like, wasn't he the original choice?
I could see him go berserk mode.
Wasn't he? I don't know. He just between his eyes and his voice. And,
I mean,
but I think he was the original choice before Hugh Jackman.
Back in his prime, I believe the original choice was Dougray Scott, and the reason he didn't get it was because he got it, but he was filming Mission Impossible 2, and because of reshoots, they said, "Sorry, you're stuck doing that. We're gonna go with a man named Hugh Jackman. So see you later." And yeah, I think Hugh Jackman's favorite film now is Mission Impossible 2, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe many of ours too, for that reason, not because of the actual film itself. He's got to see Mission Impossible. I
gotta see. I haven't seen a single
I
one,
knew that
guys.
about Aaron, and he might not even have known. I remembered that he hasn't seen any of them.
I know.
Let us know in the comment section that he needs to watch them. But yeah, no, I mean, back in Mel Gibson's prime, I could when he was a little younger, I could definitely see him playing that. Although again, I'm glad we got Hugh Jackman. He was so perfect, but I could definitely see Mel Gibson going playing Wolverine. But I gotta tell you too, the way this film was shot, the cinematography, some of the reveals with aliens, and a lot of close-ups too. And sometimes like it can be a little jarring for me personally when there's a crap ton of close-ups, but I actually thought it was done the right way in this film. It built up suspense and tension the way it was done. And again, just seeing people's reactions, not only because of how they were grieving, but because of reacting to the situation as well. So I just thought that was great. And also, too, there were some really good lines of dialogue and just explaining the situation. I like with that book because we saw, I forgot Rory Culkin's name, where he's explaining the situation, again, showing how he's proactive of a character to explain to his dad, like, hey, this is why they're here and blah, 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 blah. I thought that was all really good. Lines of dialogue right there, too. But again, the cinematography in this film was absolutely fantastic. I'm curious to know when I look it up later if this film was nominated for cinematography, because it was, I don't know. I'm just taking a guess, but I just thought it was so well shot. And also, too, I thought the music by James Newton Howard, like I said, one of my favorite scores of all
the
time,
music was incredible.
Is unbreakable. There's so many heroic themes to that film. Obviously, so it's a superhero type film, makes sense. But I thought this film too, just with the music, just really, again, like you said, with the atmosphere, just really just added to that scary vibe and that suspense and tension. Like it also helps that we're wearing speakers with the volume lab, but still,
True.
that I mean, you get that feel too when you see a movie in a theater. But still, his music just added to my fear levels. And also too in the dramatic moments too, where we're supposed to give a shit and feel, on top of the great acting and the characters that we're already invested in. I thought he did a good job just elevating it even more.
Yeah.
So I really think James Newton Howard is a fantastic composer, and I believe you already love him so much, as many of you do, as he's one of the two composers in Batman Begins and Dark Knight alongside Hans Zimmer.
Hey!
But he was not with him in The Dark Knight Rises. Hans Zimmer was on his own because I believe James Newton Howard said, hey, you guys did your own thing in Inception, so I'm going to let you guys do your own thing in Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but do you have anything else you want to add before I look up some of the fun facts?
Oh, no. I think we touched on all the ones. I feel like this is going to be one I'm going to be chewing on for a little bit, and like I'll go back to it. I'm like, oh, why didn't I say that? But yeah, I really much enjoyed this movie, and despite the fact that it's 20 years old, it still holds up really well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, I'm curious to know what other interesting facts there are to know about Signs.
Interesting facts. Let's see. Oh, okay. Joaquin Phoenix replaced Mark Ruffalo, who had to pull out of the film due to a brain tumor.
What?
It was later found to be benign.
What?
Wow.
It's crazy because I feel like as far as siblings go, he looks a lot closer. Joaquin Phoenix looks closer to Mel Gibson than Mark Ruffalo does.
But I'm sure Mark Ruffalo still would have. I know exactly what you're saying, but I still feel like Mark Ruffalo would have done a phenomenal job in this too, as well. But I totally get what you're saying. You're saying both are phenomenal actors, but you're just saying in terms of family appearance, Joaquin probably just looks a little more like Mel.
Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I could see that too. But okay, interesting. I'm just glad Mark's okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow, that's a crazy story. The stories of the children's birth are actually the stories of M. Night Shyamalan's two children.
What?
Wow. So if you ever rewatch the movie, now you know those stories are for real, just not these children. That's crazy.
It's cool him infusing a little bit of life into his art.
Yeah, no, that is cool. Wow. So the artwork in the book about extraterrestrials was done by writer and director M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, Salika Shyamalan.
Huh.
Oh, right. We saw like the alien drawings on.
Yeah. The
Damn.
two little alien.
Wow, that was really good too. Like I could just draw a smiley face, so clearly way more talented than me.
He's a family man.
Yeah. Okay, the production used a new watering technique to make the corn grow faster, which the Delaware Valley Agricultural College was then very keen to adopt for themselves.
Okay.
Cool. The crop circles are real, as M. Night Shyamalan doesn't particularly like using CGI.
I wonder how they did that. Is there a factor they're saying how they did that?
It does not. It might say it later, but it did not in that particular one. But I appreciate that he doesn't like. Again, I've said this many times too, and I'll just repeat it here in case some of you haven't heard it. I don't mind CGI. I just like it when it's blend with practical. I think if you can balance it out, that's where the illusion still holds up for me. It's just when you're bombastically using it too much, and it's like that's where I get taken out of the illusion. I'm like, okay, I'm just too much CGI
Right, yeah,
here.
you're desensitized to it.
Yeah, exactly. M. Night Shyamalan said this was the easiest of all his films to write and direct.
Really?
Okay.
I wonder if he was going through something at the time, and that's what inspired him.
Yeah.
Because he clearly infuses a lot of family and life into his stories.
Yeah.
At least this one,
Yeah.
thus far.
Mel Gibson didn't realize Shyamalan was playing the vet until the day that they came to shoot their scenes together.
What?
That would be. I wish like
that's cool.
Someone would just here. I haven't told Mel yet. Just record. Oh wait, we don't have cell phones at this point. I guess just take this camera and just let's get his reaction to seeing I'm the one who's going to be playing the guy who took out his wife.
Yeah.
Did they say again? I apologize if I just misaligned dialogue. It was obviously it was an accident, right?
Of course,
he
no.
said he fell asleep.
That's what the
at
whole
wheel.
conversation was.
He fell asleep at the wheel,
He was
right?
like, if it was any sooner or any later, like I wouldn't have hit her. But because it was those 15 seconds, it was like almost if it meant to happen.
He said he was dozing off, right? Fell asleep.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I heard. Okay. M. Night Shyamalan wanted Mel Gibson because he's, and I quote, the guy you believe would protect his family at all costs.
Yeah. It's those eyes, man. Those intense eyes.
Yeah. That Brazilian video was shot with a household camcorder by M. Night Shyamalan himself. I could totally buy that.
I believe that.
For sure. All right, we'll do a couple more. M. Night Shyamalan. I know you're like, when Andrew says a couple more, that means like 10 more.
It's like 7, 8 more.
M. Night Shyamalan insisted that the film posters be released without showing Mel Gibson's face, as it is an ensemble piece that didn't refer to The Sixth Sense, and it's an entirely different film. That makes sense too. No pun intended. That does make. I really wasn't.
It made 6 cents.
Yeah, that makes 6 cents. That does make sense too, because the reason I say that is when Unbreakable came out, that film, which again, as I pointed out many times, I love so much. It had the uncanny and unfavorable thing of following such a great film of M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense that so many people were comparing it to that. It's like, it's a totally different film. Why are you comparing it? So many, like a lot of critics reviews were like, it's not as good as it's not The Sixth Sense.
It's not trying to be.
It's not trying to be. It's a superhero film. Why are you comparing it?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan was so secretive about the script that Mel Gibson joked it, and I quote, came with a padlock. Yeah, this is the days before Marvel films. Everything's so secretive.
Right.
Rather unusually, James Newton Howard, the composer, started scoring the film before it had been shot, as he was able to work from M. Night Shyamalan's detailed storyboards.
That's really cool.
Getting stuff done.
You
All
don't do
right.
that too often.
Do 2 more from the spoiler section, and we'll take the signs to call it a day.
It's 7 more.
Yeah, right. 7 more. The aliens were originally going to be invisible, but M. Night Shyamalan couldn't get the effect he wanted. And also he didn't want Andrew to say it was going to be a ripoff of Predator. That would have been...
But I did like how his hand blended into the kid's clothes.
That was
at the
cool,
end.
but I actually, you know what? I mean, if they would have went with the invisible look, fine, but I thought it was effective. I mean, again, it was very minimal CGI and very minimal look at the alien. I thought it was effective, the look we did get, personally. Totally. But let us know in the comment section, what did you think of the look of the alien? Would you have preferred it to be invisible? I'm curious. Would you have preferred Invisible or what we got?
I'm trying to see it. I want to see that alien.
Yeah,
Give me that
like.
design.
Yeah, I liked what we got. All right, last one. Let me just pick a good one here. Oh, okay. This is interesting.
Ooh.
And I think this adds to your point about the movie being like, again, about the characters and about grief and all that. But 90 minutes into the film, the aliens have only been on screen for 11 seconds.
Wow.
In total, they're only in the film. Do you want to guess how long? Of screen time, how long they were in the movie?
Ooh, 2 minutes.
So close. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Ah! So close.
Well,
Damn.
and you know what's funny to that? Again, just going a little off base here. So if you guys ever watched the review of, I hope this is not a spoiler for you, as you are one of the rare human beings who have not seen the masterpiece known as Beetlejuice. I don't think this is a spoiler, but anyways, so Siskel and Ebert, I believe you know those two.
Yep.
They ripped that movie apart. I completely disagree with that. Really? They said Beetlejuice was in the movie. Michael Keaton's character of Beetlejuice was in the movie way too long, and he's actually only in the movie for about 17 or 18 minutes of the film. But when you watch the movie, it feels like he's in it so much longer. So, fun fact. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about now, but I only felt it was relevant to bring that up because we were just talking about a minute and a half. So I love that. And I'd be curious to know, too, if y'all would let us know in the comment section, how long did we get to see the shark in Jaws, like of screen time of just seeing the actual shark? It's probably only, I got to imagine, like maybe 5 or 6 minutes, something like that.
Wow.
So I got to imagine, just my guess, but yeah.
Damn, well, thanks for the facts, man.
Those were some
it.
interesting ones, too, I thought. Those are some really good ones.
Yeah, those are some great facts. And if you guys have any other facts you want to let us know, please shout out in the comments. Let us know. We're always reading them, always seeing what you guys have to say. And yeah, if you guys have any other cool things about signs or just signs in general, please hit us up. Let us know. You guys are dope. Thanks for watching this with us. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Brian Perry. Brian.
Boy, Brian.
You know, when I was a wee lad, I once beat up a Brian.
No, why? What did you do?
Well, he looked at me the wrong way, John, and I said, "You can rot in hell, little man." I was 8, he was 4.
Ooh.
Kicked his teeth.
Kicked his teeth in.
No one ever knew about it. Little did they know, this Brian would grow up, John.
Oh, no.
This Brian would grow up, and then he would secretly enter our Patreon page. He would change his name from BRIAN to BRYON, so I can never
Hiding
suspect
in plain
a
sight.
thing.
That's actually a smart idea.
But you son of a bitch.
I see what you did there.
I figured it out.
Oh,
you were that 4-year-old
not smart
kid.
enough.
You thought you could corner me when I'm with... He broke into my home, John.
Wow.
Broke into my home.
And all you heard was the whistling through his missing teeth that he never got fixed because he's so mad at you.
He wanted to kill me.
He wanted it.
And then what did he hear after he like beat me up and had a gun pointed at me?
Oh, no.
He hears
What?
in the other room, "Daddy, what's going on?"
Papa Greg.
And I went, "No, go away. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay."
Leave.
Put Brian in a
Jr.
conflict. Should he pull the trigger in front of my own daughter?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He could, though, and teach an important lesson.
He lowered the weapon. And then I tackled his ass and I
Yeah,
kicked more
kicked
of his
him in the
teeth in. And then my daughter stepped in, kicked him in the ball sack. Bam!
It's like a speed bag. Just boom, boom, boom.
Bitches get stitches, Brian.
That's right, Brian. What you got? What you got to say about that?
That's what happens, man.
Want more? You know where to find
You brought
it.
this on yourself,
Did
Brian
this
Perry. You
yourself
brought this
with
on
your
yourself.
own actions. You were a malevolent 4-year-old.
What can I say? You done messed up, Brian.
Yeah.
You done messed up.
And now the whole world knows.